For those who fought in the Battle of Britain, it was a battle for survival. For the free world, it was a breathless moment in history. For failure would have plunged mankind into a new dark age. Never have so many owed so much to so few.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Tonight we're doing the Spitfire issue 43 and 44. And let's go through my co-host tonight is... I'm going to go with... Make sure to click on the right button. I'm going to start with Horlicks.
Hello everyone, good evening, welcome to Adrian's stream. I think this is actually the first time I've been on one of your shows, so yeah, thanks for inviting me, and yeah, good luck with the build.
Actually, no, I think you've been on one of my shows before, probably
Oh,
doing the Terminator.
Oh, of course, yes, I did, sorry. But yeah, no, yeah, looking forward to a good build tonight, and I'll get to see
well,
what...
that was a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that long. Wow.
Yeah. And next is Gordy Dave.
Evening, everybody. Thanks for having us on. Eagle Squadron's ready to take off, so let's get this show good.
Yeah. And finally, Mark Muggs.
So, yeah, good evening, everybody. Yeah, chocks away on tonight's issue. Looking forward to it because I haven't received mine yet, so I've not got a clue what's coming.
Well, that's... Yeah, I hope they arrive before next weekend.
Post has been funny around here. They seem to deliver Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then they miss out Thursday, Friday, Saturday for some reason. So right. I don't know what's going on.
Well, someone else received their part, but on my version, I haven't received my package yet on that.
Right. Okay. Oh.
So while I change cameras, could Horlicks get on with the comments?
Yes, absolutely. So, first one is P40F20. Scramble Eagle Squadron. Jerry has another flap on. Go give it to him right up the what's it. Remember, they do not like them up 'em, chaps. They do not like it up 'em.
Thank you, P40F20.
Thank you, P40.
And then we've got Fleet with J. Man the planes and chocks away. Caramel wafers locked and loaded. Hope everyone is okay, and good luck with your build, Adrian.
Thank you, Fleetwood.
Hi, Fleetwood.
Hello. We've got Dano Builds. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dano.
Hello, Dano.
Hello, Dano.
Then we've got Yorkshire Crafter. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, love.
We've got Warren James. Hi, all.
Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren.
And we've got Dave Mack. Good evening, Eagle Squadron. Are you ready for another jaunt with the hum?
Evening, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
And then we've got Verwain. Hi, all.
Hi, Verwain.
Hi, Verwain.
Nice comments up to date.
Okay. So I'm going to start first with issue 43, and it's landing light for the left wing.
Yes.
Okay, so your parts checklist is part 1 is left landing light components A to C.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way it is. And the other side, that looks like so.
Right. Okay. Part 2 is left landing light.
Yeah, that's a small, like, little plastic lens.
Excellent.
Nice clear end.
Okay, and then part 3 is optical fiber wing tip light.
Yes. Oh, and it's...
Okay.
You would have to work out which way this one goes up, because
Yeah.
one point is slightly more than the other.
Yeah. And then part 4 is LED and cable.
Yes.
Okay, and then part 5 is cable label.
Yes.
Okay. Right, so step 1 is take the LED and cable, part 4, and the cable label, part 5, remove the label from its backing and wrap it around the cable close to the connector inset above.
Can't remember exactly which way around these have been going up. I just basically been sticking them on, and of course I might got some being upside down and some being the other way. They haven't been specific which way up to put them on, have they really?
No.
Right.
Okay.
That's on there together. Yes. Sorry. What I
It's
take my time is actually try and marry up the corners.
Right. Yeah.
Other people might just flip it around there. It's how you fancy doing them, sort of thing.
Okay, step 2. Fit the LED on the end of cable part 4 into the landing light part 2 as shown below. It is not fixed in place at this stage.
Right. Actually, I'm working on this LED. I'm going to unwind it and keep this wind stored in a safe place because I might need it later for other cables. Right. Come here, you come. Right, yeah, that just slots on there nicely and it's a loose fit.
Right. Okay, step 3. Take the landing light housing part B from frame part 1. Fit the rectangular flange on the light into the recess in part B as shown. The cable fits into the slot in the housing.
Right. You might find on these screws there's a flat side. That is because on that side of the moulding tool they didn't make a channel to fill in this section of moulding.
Right.
They only did it on one half. That's why you sometimes see a flat area. And like this one here, down here, they did a filling point, but they didn't know enough plastic might get in that way. So if there's not enough gone in that way, that's why you got that point there to go up there. It was an extra point that they could actually make a small channel in the tool to fill up that section if those two weren't enough to fill that up.
Okay.
Sorry, someone made that point out on their work, and I've just While I worked for a company doing plastics tooling, I knew because I helped make scientific pens, and not all components were molded on site because we had 2 components for one part pen had to be done off site because the tool was too big for the molding tool we had.
Oh.
Well, it was a big component. Well, the rest of the parts for that product was actually made in-house. But the rest of the parts, the 2 parts for it, the base and the lid for it, was actually made off-site because they need a bigger molding compressor to assemble the part, open the tool up and close it again. Right. Okay, cut those parts off. Right. Yes, you'll find there's a little notch on here. That's to go in the hole. And that is basically to keep the lens in its place.
Right.
Of course, that might come out. Well, actually, if I hold it. Right, next step, please.
Okay, step 4. Take the upper part of the landing light housing C from the frame and fit it over the landing light. 2 small pegs on part C fit into holes in part B. When you are happy with the fit, glue in place. The LED on the cable is now held in place in the landing light. Make sure you do not get any glue on the LED or landing light.
Right, okay, yeah.
Any chat,
Having a
Alex?
look how that goes together.
That's quite good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's going a bit nuts.
Okay, so we've got John's model making saying evening all.
Evening, John.
Evening, John.
We have Chris Davies World. Hi all, how is everyone?
Hello, Chris.
Hi Chris.
Hi, Chris.
We've got Penny's Pit Stop. Hello everyone, hope you have a great build tonight.
Okay.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Then we've got Chris Davies World. Hi Penny, how are you? Penny, I'm great, really happy to be back at work. You? And then we got Chris Davies. I'm good, thanks. He had some snow down there. So, yeah, we've not had any yet. Penny's Pit Stop. Adrian and his expert analysis there. We don't know how lucky we are to have you. And then a load of hearts.
Well, I saw one of her videos and think, oh, actually, I better talk a bit more about that. Because I knew that bit of the subject, so.
Yeah. We've got P40F20. I found that the edge of the landing light flap needed a little sanding. There was some excessive parting line flash. The flap would not fit properly in the wing without its removal. So that's a bit of a tip for later on.
Right.
And then we've got Chris Davies World. Hi, how are you? P40F20. P40F20 says just fine. How's yourself? Chris is doing good. Thanks, P40F20. Penny's Pit Stop. Chris, you looking forward to the show tomorrow? All ready and prepared, ready to go. And then Penny's Pit Stop says, or is it Chris Camplin? Oops. Yeah, Chris Davies says, Penny, it's Chris Camplin. That's the chat.
Okay, I put some glue on those 2 pegs and pushed it together.
Okay.
Basically, the part P40F20 is on about is the next part, isn't it? We're sort of like
Yes, it is. Okay, so this moves us on to step 5. Fit the landing light housing onto the landing light flap A from the frame. Pegs on part A fit into holes in part B as indicated. When you are happy with the fit, glue in place.
So I cut this down, basically took most of the screw apart and then do the final bits. Because that's when you get the final tip, you can get your cutters any place you want to.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to fill those 2 there. Both those edges feel fine. So P40F20, you're on about that edge there, are you?
The glue has all got flash on.
It could be. It's basically just working out when you put it in.
Okay, so we've got Chris Davies Wells says lots of gluing tonight, and then P40F20 says yes.
Right, before I start doing on. I'm going. Yes, I can feel a bit of edging to it, so I'm going to get my.
Just when you got a second, Adrian, the image needs changing.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, and just. Sorry, before I start summing this together, making. Last, I don't get any dirt on. Okay. Yeah, because when I felt it, yes, there was a bit of rough edge there, so. Right, okay.
I know I'm jumping going on the chat here about P40F20 test fitted on the wing.
Well, I took some. Yeah, I will do an. Well, to be honest, I've got a spare one of these, so if this doesn't work out, I can always. Right, I've taken some of that off. When I come to do the next step, I'll test it well.
I don't think you fit it until issue 44.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Right. But I did feel a bit of rough edge there, so that's why I thought, well, let's take some of it off before I come to it. Right. Yes, I'm happy with that fit.
Okay, Chris Davis well says, Adrian, looks like you're having a manicure.
Right, I'm going to put glue in that hole there. Of course, I'm putting glue on the biggest piece now, not the smaller piece. And plus, holding this a lot easier. And now I'm going to put a bit of glue there. Right, that's nicely together.
Okay. So, step 6. Take the wingtip light and fit it into the recess near the end of the wingtip. 2 pegs on the wingtip fit into the notches circled on the light as indicated by the arrows. This is a push-fit connection. Do not use any glue. You may want to use a little masking tape to hold the wingtip in place until the wing is complete. Now, looking at the instructions, it looks like that little notch bit is facing upwards, Adrian.
Let's have a look. Actually, both sides look a bit, because you've got a small bit at the bottom and a larger bit at the top. But they don't exactly say which way.
Yeah, but I think that might be because obviously. Sorry. P40F20's just come up with some chat.
Oh yeah.
It says the notches. Yeah. Go on, Horlicks.
Right. Yeah, P40F20. There was no need for sanding of the flap for the right wing. It fit just fine. And then P40F20 says the notches go down.
Ah, right.
Right, that bigger notch goes downwards. Right, okay. Give me a second. I need to. So I keep the aircraft out the way while not building on it.
Well, this step 6 is quite exciting, isn't it, Mark? We can use
very.
we can use electrical tape for this.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I want some of that luminescent electrical tape.
So I try and get it in camera wise. Okay. That roughly goes there, yes. Yeah, the larger knots goes downwards, yes.
So I'm guessing that you can just tell, can you, when you fit it?
Well, if you feel underneath, basically, you put it the other way up. Another thing, does not want to go in the other way up.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It only fits one way.
I might buy some red electrical tape just to go with it.
Yeah, you find it only fit in one way.
And red, I believe, is the port side.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Port is red.
So why you're kind of take that into
Well,
play.
how do you know which? Do you know what like a favourite saying is?
I just remember you saying that port is red, so actual drinking port is red.
Yes. And basically, there's no there's no port left in the bottle. Is the actual saying.
Right.
It's basically a bottle of port, and there's no port left in the bottle. So it could be left.
Right.
I push down.
So Chris Davies Wells says how many tips you got from the tip. Chris Davies says jar, laugh out loud from the tip jar. Chris Davies Wells says Horlick's favourite tape, electrical tape. Yeah, and Mark's. And P40F20 says I used a bit of Woodland's Scenics foam tack glue to secure the landing light lens.
Well, they suggest you using market tape, so I actually use it's hobbycraft tape, masking tape.
Painting tape.
Yeah.
Tamiya masking tape.
Yeah.
Then Chris Davies Wells says red wine also. Laugh out loud.
Okay, so Adrian, that's completed work.
Well, here it is. Not sponsored by them.
Oh, I see. Is that the one that Penny uses?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's completed work. A landing light has been assembled below, and a wingtip light has been fitted into the left wing, right. And it's over to Geordie Dave for 4.
Yeah, what I
44.
I'll find it. Give me a second, I'm gonna find it. I had it before, it's disappeared. Where's my bloody groups?
Actually, why are you doing that? I'll unwind the cable for a moment.
In the Spitfire show, there we go. Let's issue 44. Right. Issue 44. Hit the land lights to the left wing. Ready for a pause checklist.
Yeah.
Alright. 44-1. LED cable, guides and grips.
Right, this one's A. Well,
Is
got
it-
A to
is
A,
it-
B, C, D, and E.
44-2. 3 PB 1.4 by 4mm screws and 1 spare.
Guess.
44-3. 3 PB 2 by 4mm screws, 1 spare.
Oh god, I thought it was one set. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. I just looked at one and think, oh yeah, I only got one of those. Oh my gosh.
So I think
Right.
one set will be smaller than the other.
Yes. It's good job I got a set of verniers. Oops. It's 1.44. That's that one.
You think they would label the packets, wouldn't you?
Yes, but no, all the screws were in the same package.
Are they? Oh.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Chris Davis well says, what's the reason on different coloured electrical tapes? I think the main reason is obviously electricians use it, so there's different colours depending on what wires you're working with. So, black, red, green and yellow for earth and things like that. I think that's mainly what it's for. I think. I'm not 100%, but that's a good guess.
Well, yes. Well, you get one tape which is green and yellow.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
You are correct, Horlicks. I found that out from an electrician.
right.
Okay, I did put that one away, so right, that's another one. That's another one I've got to let make 1.4. Right, okay, that's another screw I've got to make up. Right, okay, and okay, yes.
Right. 44-4 LED and cable.
Yes.
44-5 cable label.
Okay, yes.
And there's a note, due to the last minute modification to the operation of the landing gear light, parts B and D on frame 44-1 are not needed.
Right, okay.
Right, one.
It's an idea they had and they changed the idea.
Yeah. Right, step 1. Take the LED cable 4404 and the cable label 44.5. Remove the label from its back end and wrap it around the cable close to the connector. Insert above.
So I was just having a look through which way I did up the other ones. Yep. I've done them all about the same way. They're not specifically which way up they say, they just say on the cable.
Probably long as you can read whatever numbers on them, so you know
Yeah.
what it's doing.
Right, okay, that one's on there.
Okay. Right, you need to plane now. Right.
Yeah.
Fit the flat side of the landing light assembly, port 4301, through the corresponding hole in the wing panel, 3101. And then arrange it so it's flush with the outside of the wing panel.
Let me move stuff around my desk for a moment. Okay. Right. I had been looking at instructions. This cable actually comes straight out. And according to the image, it roughly hits near it. So actually, in my opinion, I bent mine slightly over. It's when you come to do your ones, either you leave it alone or you do
Right.
well, you do what it'll be your model, you do whatever you like to it.
Right. The ball on the port 43 fits into the recessed circle. The landing lights can tip up and down. The insert shows the port in place.
I'm happy with the way that fits at the moment.
Right.
Okay, that's 3, which I need going to name. Cut part off the sprue. Right.
Take the rod grip port A from frame 4401. Check the fit of the holes in port A over the race studs on the wing panel, 3101, so that the rod on port 4301 is held in place. When you are happy with the fit, glue in place so that port 4301A is held in place.
So I'm still close on the parts off the sprue off the part. Okay.
Excuse me.
Tweezer's job to get that in.
Yeah, I thought, right, okay, test fit. I was thinking, right, how am I going to get it in there? Like a bit of glue, and I think, actually, yeah, I might use some tweezers. Well, it is about 8 mil long, and you're looking about 5 mil across, Dave. If you've got nimble fingers, yes, fine. If you've got big fingers, you might want a little helping hand, like a pair of tweezers.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need some of them.
You need that set I sent you, Harlot.
Yeah, they arrived today.
All right.
Oh.
Right. Bit of glue on those nodules. Well, I use the tweezer roughly try and get it in place and roughly then finish pushing on with my finger. You know, try and hold it there with your fingers, try and get it in that little space. Right, that's on there nicely.
Okay, take part E from frame 44 and flip over the other end of the landing light assembly. Fix and pierce with 2 PB 2mm, 2 4mm screws. The tightness of these screws adjusts the stiffness of the landing lights.
Okay. Same again. I cut the part out and I leave parts of through on there, so then I can actually then decide what angle I want to cut it off. Because you haven't got the big sprue to worry about then. Right, okay.
So then where it says the tightness of these screws adjusts the stiffness of the landing light, how do we know what the stiffness should be, or is that like personal preference, do you think?
I reckon probably personal preference basically. Question is it going to be operated by a motor? And the question is, are you going? Because there is a lever on that shaft and there's a hole there. And the good question is that, are we going to put a little cable in there?
More likely. Plus, you're putting that over the top of that, aren't you? Is that not?
It depends. It
It
depends when we do that stage. Yeah, we're already fixing this down onto it. Is that why we're doing it loosely? It's because we might have to take it off again. Right.
Yeah, because there seems to be like a little gap in the top of that, doesn't it? But it's not telling you to put that thing through the gap. It's just telling you to put it over the top.
Guess at the moment that plastic thing is down nice and tight, and the screw's not totally done up. So I'm going to probably. Because there might be an operation might be going to there, we don't know at the moment.
No.
So that plastic piece is on there nice and tight. Well, I could probably yank it a bit off a bit more, but the way the screws are holding it on nicely, and that landing light, this system is actually moving because it's actually moving underneath. So I'm going to leave it as that. If I need to do those screws up a little more tighter, because we might have to undo them and fit something on there.
Yeah.
So as I said, they said to you, don't do them up tightly.
It says there's a comment from P40F20 that says the landing light is manually operated.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, well, we might get something else to go with it. At the moment, it could be manual.
Right, 5.
It's speculation at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. 5. Take the LED cable 44-4 and position it on the wing so that the LED will light up the optical fiber of the wingtip. The cable runs along a channel in the wing panel. Guide the cable through the notches in the wing, circle right.
How far can you see it? Right, the LED will go about there. Follow this channel and it fits into there. Because there's no nuptial. Right.
Does the LED not push into the air?
When you find the next instructions, you might do something else to it as well.
Well, next thing that was tick, go back and land the light cable.
Okay, I'm going to actually take that into place. Sorry, what are you doing? I'm going to hold that tip down there because some people use a bit of tape there.
So P40F20 says further on the instructions, they show you how to open and close the flap with a cocktail stick. John's model making says it's all about the screw. And P40F20 says again, I secured the LED with foam tack glue. So this is where electrical tape would be brilliant because it would stop any light bleed as well.
Yeah.
Right, both of those is pushed into place.
Right, okay, 6. Take the line in the light LED cable and arrange it in the notches in the wing, 2301 circled. Ease the cable under the loop in the wing frame and arrowed. Note that the landing gear light is tipped downwards.
Right. My error. I end up putting the LED the other way up. That's why it might be showing red, but I'm doing black up. Just in case anyone realises.
You got that?
Right, yes, I've done that cable.
Right. Take the machine gun LED cable, 4004, and the wing tip LED cable. Fit them through the gate, formed by 2 waste screw sockets on the left wing panel. We'll basically just tidy it up later here.
Yeah. I'm just going to need this one in place.
This is very satisfying for me.
Well, when you get so in your head, you think, "Oh, there's some electrics."
I love cable. I love cable management and making it look tidy. I know you're doing a really good job. Exactly what I would do.
Put one in at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all your cables on your Routemaster Horlicks were perfect.
Ready for the next step?
Yep.
Take part C from the frame 44-1 and fit it over the top of the gate to hold the cables in place. Fix in place with two 1.4 mm screws.
No, I'm just taking the part off the sprue. And I'm just tying up the pieces onto it. Sorry, I haven't got it in camera shot. Right, by looking in, according to this, you've basically got nothing, you've got a downside basically. Pop that to there. Hang on, I need smaller heads. Oops, sorry guys. So I need a smaller headed screwdriver. Hit the tip.
Good on, Mr. Cool, yes.
So have I.
I've got the issues. I've just done 2 issues a day, putting the flaps on. I've got all them good ports to do, yes.
Chris Davies World says really good work.
Cool, these screws are very small.
Wow.
Very nice for notching in. Cool. Just think, Mark, you're going to have this fun next week.
Oh, I know.
So Chris Davies for us says Adrian will need an airport next.
Sorry guys, you can't exactly see what I'm doing, but got one of those screws in. I'm just going over to the other one now. Right, both those screws in.
Okay. Fit the cables 4404 and 4004. Put the knot within the wing frame 2301 circled next to the landing light cable 4404. Then slip the cables under the loop in the wing frame arrow.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've done all that in the previous step basically. I'm sorry, guys.
Right. So, right, where we'll go next, I'm going to scroll down. Right, part 10. You can test the movement of the landing gear light, which is operated manually. The flaps should be operated from below. Do not turn the model over as this may damage parts. Push on the rear edge of the flat side of the landing gear assembly to open. Pressing the front edge of the landing gear light assembly closes the light.
Right, I think when they say don't turn it over, I think you find the meaning.
You're gonna do it
when you turn it over, don't put it on the table. If you can turn it over, prop it up, sort of thing.
You can do it from below.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was having a look before. Or if you can test fit it, or you can always hold it up. I think they're sort of like on about. Mine's actually roughly staying open.
Take some of the slack off them screws.
No, it could be needed a bit more tighter, not slack, more tighter.
Oh, it's loose.
Look.
It's flapping down.
Yeah. It's not staying close.
Well,
I'm holding the aircraft. I'm not putting it down on the table, basically. I'm holding up in the air. So basically, yes. So I probably need to do those screws a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
I think they're on about turning over by if you put it down the table surface. I think that's what they're on about, because you might damage other components. Like you got the undercarriage motor, and you might probably damage part of the engine. That could be the reason they're on about. Yeah, I probably might need to do the screws a bit more tighter.
We got a comment from David Bassett. Sorry I'm late, folks. Evening to Adrian and Eagle Squadron.
Evening, David.
We've got Chris Davies World. I've got a fiddly part when it comes to the piping for the Ecto 1. Then Chris Davies says, hi, Dave Bassett. And then Chris Davies World, how many thousand feet are you flying at, Adrian?
Very good question at the moment. Yeah, how they done those screws a bit more. Don't know how they meant to keep that close. It's a good question on that.
Is the wing actually, is the actual bottom of the wing metal or is it plastic?
It's plastic.
So yeah, you run the risk of over tightening them, and then it will just.
Yes. If I can keep it closed, promise. I think it's partly the cable might be keeping it open. Well, that's tried to keep it closed because I've actually fixed that cable underneath those.
Right.
It's something I might have to look at later date.
It's closed now.
Oh, yeah, it's saying close, but yes. Actually, now I leave it open the other side. It's popped the cable out now, as you can see. It's probably either right. Okay, either I take that cable out and I clip that cable coming this side of those. Then it'll keep that a bit more in. It's something I'll probably do off camera.
I'm wondering if there's like a modification, like where we could cut a little bit of elastic band or something and put it under that cap to give it a bit more friction. But then
That's a good question. Is there meant to be, because there was a little catch on that arm and you got a hole in there. Is it something we can be doing something to it a bit more later? Right. It makes you wonder how much you need to have it open, basically, yeah. Right. Well, that keeps that up, and basically you can slightly put it down, push it back up again. At least it's not roughly staying in the middle. At least it's right. I'm happy with being like that.
That plastic inside there will stop it from going all the way around.
Yeah.
Not it's a case top.
Well, it's something we've got to speculate in it, sort of thing. It could be manual operated where you operate it basically model, or we might end up might open that up and put something in there, or we might a little cable might go in there. We don't know at the moment.
I mean, yeah, it could be something to do with those. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the parts that aren't used that they've changed their mind on.
Could be. We won't know.
Right.
That's it, please.
And later I'm going to tie up those ends of the cables in this nice and safe. in camera.
P40F20 says the cuckoo calls at midnight and every other hour of the day. Chris Davies, well, we're all going cuckoo. And John's Making says adjusting the screw, and it will manually open and close. So, yeah. It's something you could always tinker with later on, you know,
Yes.
we've advanced a bit more.
Yeah, well, you never know. It's something we might come across a little bit later. Because at the moment, well, the next issue will be doing something on the right ring.
Need to get it right, because once you put that top wing on, you'll not be able to tinker with a screw anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It depends how the top wing sits on, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and it also depends on how much room we're going to have on that wing, whether we can do a mod and have it come on.
Yes. It's like another thing, like the gun barrels on the wing. When they probably first produced the wing, it could be clear lens. Probably tell me that was probably the this first model. So okay, when we get the final wing, they could be coloured for the guns. We won't know until we get our physical part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guns are in, the lights are in. There's the operation for the flaps to go in. That'll be much more. That'll be much more to go to their wings. Yes, no.
Well, yeah, but I think we get the top of the wings probably quite a few issues later.
Yeah.
I think we might work on part of the tail of the fuselage. We might do.
Yep. Because as I say, once we get there, I think the only thing that looks to go to do with the wings after that is just the operation for the flaps.
Guess.
Yeah.
So, Dave Mack says, great build tonight, Adrian.
Thank you, Dave.
P40F20 says, well done, Flight Officer Langley. And P40F20 says, good show, chaps. You really owns your caramel wafers.
Yes. Well, we've done every step we need to do.
Yeah.
I said I'll tie those cables up a little while later because you don't need to see me tying up cables. How you do your cables, it's your choice.
Yeah.
You might tie each one separately or tie all three up together.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Mark gets on with his flaps and see if he has the same,
Yeah. I made a mistake back when I put the bulb in. According to the colours, I should have the red wire upwards, but all I done put it in and glue it together. Now it's glued, I can't go back and alter it.
No, that'll be fine.
I think basically it doesn't matter which way around.
No.
You want this, right? Okay, with this, have the red wire pointing upwards.
Yeah. Okay, do you want me to do schedule?
Yes, please, Mark.
Okay, so tomorrow evening we have Chris Camplin, and he's doing Terminator issues 91 and 92 at 8 o'clock. And then on Tuesday, it's Build with Adrian, and it's down as Terminator 95, 96, but that's to be confirmed.
That's correct.
So I take it that's if you get your parts, Adrian?
Yes.
Right, okay. If not, you've got another issue for Area 40 you could do, couldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I might do a campervan, I don't know at the moment.
Okay. And on Wednesday, we've got at 2 p.m, we have Yorkshire Crafter and Penny's Pit Stop, and they're doing their Paint with Diamond shirt. Now, I did make a mistake the other night saying Penny's not going to be there, but actually Penny is going to be there. So my mistake. I am sorry about that. And then on Wednesday, to be confirmed, I think, is it Adrian about the Build the Camper Van stage 75 plus?
No, that I'll be doing that on Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
That's at 6. Okay. And then on Wednesday evening, we've got the Part Work show, and that's Route Master 109 and 110, and that has been confirmed. And then on Thursday, it's Horlicks, and you're doing issues 126, 127 of Route Master.
Yeah.
That's Thursday at 8 o'clock on Horlicks' channel. And then on Friday, we've got Horlicks again, and he's doing Terminator 86 and how many we can get done. Is that correct, Horlicks?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, there is nothing booked on for Saturday, but I'm kind of hoping somebody might do some Spitfire Saturday evening. Somebody down there.
Oh, me?
What, down there?
Yeah,
Well,
Saturday.
yeah, I'm open to it if you want to see some more. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, if you want to book it in, Horlicks, we'll build some more Spitfire.
Right, I'll put it in the diary.
Okay, and then on Sunday, so Saturday, 8 o'clock, will be Horlicks doing his Spitfire. And then on Sunday, it's me on my channel at 8 o'clock with the Spitfire show. Well, I'll be doing issues 43 and 44. So please, check me out on that one. And that's your week's schedule.
Well, we'll see how well you got on.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you might find I find certain things fiddly. You find it as a breeze. Like I find something easy. You might have a awkward with.
Hopefully it'll go okay.
Oh, different people have different way of building things.
Yeah. So I'm just seeing Horlicks putting it in the schedule now. It's really quite brilliant to see.
There we go.
There we go. So Spitfire on Saturday night, issues 18 plus. Busy end of the week for you, Horlicks.
Yeah. No, I'm really enjoying the Spitfire. It's amazing, and
Yeah, I agree.
it's really
It's addictive.
it is very addictive. And now I've seen Adrian's build tonight, I need to hurry up and get that file before I can do my wiring. But no, I've seen a mod. I don't know whether to. I've seen on the Facebook group the fibre optics for the guns. Someone's put black insulation tape over them, or
I think that's
heat
to stop,
shrink.
yeah, I think that's to stop light bleed.
But I'm wondering if it might make them brighter as well, because it will concentrate the light in the fibre optic. So I don't know whether to adopt that or not. But
somebody there covered theirs in what is it? Shrink wrap, black shrink wrap.
Yeah, I've got some black shrink wrap. Some shrink
Someone
tubing.
someone use that. On there.
You see, to get an orange effect, somebody got some micro crystal clear, mixed some glass paint up, an orange bit, and put it on the end of the machine guns to make them flash orange. I saw that one.
Yeah.
I'm holding off of doing that mod until we get the wing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would suggest is that it could have changed. So as Adrian said, we might get something, but on the promo video, it was showing white.
Yeah, don't forget that could be showing white. Yes, that could have been the first test model.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Built it, filmed it. Actually, we'll have them coloured. You don't know until we physically get the wing.
Yeah,
it's all these people. Oh yes, doing modifications. Like, don't forget, like on the Route Master. Oh, I want the bell changed round. So they refigured the wiring for it.
Yeah.
What happened 2 issues later? They gave us a modification wiring for it.
Yeah.
You don't physically know until you've come across to the final part.
Yeah, definitely.
There's more comments coming.
Yep. So P40F20 says camper van. David Bassett says, "Oh, great! Another sortie for Horlicks next Saturday." P40F20 says, "Yes, indeed, Squadron Leader Horlicks." John's Model Making says, "Good night, gents. Have a good week."
Good night, John.
Good night, John. You've probably gone already.
And P40F20 says, "Just paint the end of the LED with Tamiya X24 clear yellow."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I won't do that until I finally get the wing, basically.
What's what Mark's done, have you, Mark?
Yeah, but I think it needs another coat. I don't think it's dark enough.
But also, I suppose if the LED's easy enough to get back out to change to do that.
Yes, they are.
And I suppose what I could do, I've actually got some Captain tape, which is that clear yellow tape used for electricals. I'm wondering if that would work on the end of the LED, because it's like flat, isn't it, on the end? So I could, if I was going to do that, I could use some Captain tape and see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Someone used, well, like a thin wrapping coloured stuff, basically.
Sweet wrapper, yeah. This is basically what the Captain tape is. It's yellow, really thin tape, and you use it. You often see it on circuit boards and things to hold certain things down. And I've got a roll of it for the printer.
Get a box of roses and get a sweetie wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just seen Penny's comment.
Yeah. Penny just says, "Could the answer be as simple as just buying a correctly sized LED that glows orange and replace the darn thing?" Yeah, that's a good idea as well.
Yes. It's not like a standard LED, though, is it?
Yeah, I suppose it is a funny shape. And also, I suppose it depends how people's soldering skills are as well.
Yeah. It's round, but it's got a flat head to it. Because you've got all those 4 fire optics basically pushed against it.
But yeah.
It's basically something to experiment. Like, yeah, I'm getting a couple of LEDs, basically paint them, and when I get the ring, I can like, okay, which ones do I end up putting in?
Yeah.
I don't even know where my this is my Captain tape. So it's it's an idea, might not work, but it's fairly cheap. It's just see-through yellow.
Right, yeah.
So if I put it on my camera, it makes me go yellow.
It goes sepia.
And it's really sticky, and you use it for electrical projects. So if I was to do the mods, I would probably use that. And it's not that expensive. You can get it in different widths, like masking tape. So yeah, that is an option. Rather than trying to put a sweet wrapper on, because I suppose if you use a sweet wrapper, you're going to have to somehow. Well, I suppose it'll wedge in between the LED and the fibre optics, but at least for that it'll be neat, and there won't be any crinkles in it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's some.
What's that tape called?
Other people.
It's called Captain tape.
Captain tape.
Captain. I don't actually know how you spell it, but hang on.
Get it on Amazon, do you?
Captain. Yeah, you can get it most places. Oh no, it's Kapton. You've got to be careful because like you can get the 3M range and it's like 45 quid, but you obviously don't want that. But yeah, Amazon would be the best place. I mean, obviously, I don't know if it's going to work until I've tried it.
Yes, exactly, isn't it?
But yeah, there's different. You can get some for $3.99. You get
I like what Penny's just said there.
$6.89. You get $6.89, and there's different widths. But it depends if you're going to do electrical projects or not. But it's like it's like a heat resistant. Yeah. I've just seen Penny's comment, but obviously it's designed to. I mean, Penny. I'm not sure if Penny's got some Captain tape. You use it a lot in 3D printing as well. That's why I got it. And it's actually like it stops things overheating. It's like a heat resistant tape that you use on electrical projects. So, say if I was to hot air something on a circuit board, if you want to protect like a piece of plastic or a plastic clip, you would use the Captain tape to cover that, and it sort of radiates the heat away from it. And I think it also insulates the heat. So with 3D printing, you can put this around the hot end, and it keeps the heat in a bit. So yeah, I think Penny's seen that before as well. Matthew Borum says, I'm trying to find the Spitfire issues 11. Can't find one on eBay. Official back issues sold out. Oh no. Yeah, Penny's pit stop. Flathead is achieved with a file, like the light mod on the Root Master. Yeah. Then Penny's pit stop says, there you go, Horlicks. If you can't make the machine guns yellow, make the webcam yellow instead. Either way, we see yellow machine guns. Yeah. Penny's pit stop. Oh yeah, I have that tape. You forced me to buy some a while back against my will, with a gun pointing at my head. Okay, slight exaggeration. No, it's good for 3D printers and stuff and electrical projects. But yeah, no, it's just an idea anyway.
Right. Yes, it's no. Just my idea. Basically, go down the route basis.
And if anyone hasn't got any and wants some, I'm sure I could stick some to a piece of plastic and then just send it. Then you'd peel it back off because it's going to be wedged in between the LED anyway.
Well, yes.
But
right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right, let's say our goodbyes. So let's go back order. It was right. It was Mark.
Okay, so good night, everybody. From me, brilliant build tonight. Looking forward to getting my issues now when they eventually come. So, yeah, good night. I'll see you all next time.
Thanks, Mark. And then it was Greedy Dave.
Yeah, good night. Eagle Squadron has now landed and going into the mess for some caramel wafers. And we'll see you on the next show.
Thanks, Dave. And oh,
hello. Yeah, no, thanks for having me on. Yeah, really good build. I really enjoyed watching that. Actually, yeah, I love anything electrical, and yeah, did a really nice job with those wires. So I just wish I could do mine now. But no, really good build, and thanks for having me on. And yeah, I'll see you on the next stream.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you all for watching. Everyone else, thank you for commenting on my show. And of course, as you all say, hopefully some of us do say, hit the like button and please share. And of course, all our channels listed down in my description. You can always subscribe to theirs as well. Thank you all for watching. And here's my ending theme tune.